Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to see you here today. I just wanted to hop on here and see if maybe you guys might be interested in watching me close down my classroom for the day, the way I do things. Right now I'm just scratching things off in my agenda that we finished. We actually had a really good day today where we finished everything that we set out to accomplish, and those days sometimes are rare and few and far in between. So it was actually a good day. And what I do throughout the day is, as the kids work on things that involve worksheets, after they finish them, they just hand them to me, and I just put them all in a stack and put them up underneath my agenda. And then at the end of the day, I have to sift through them and see whose paper is whose and where it needs to go, and what needs to be hole punched, what needs to be stapled, what needs to have the date written on it, things like that. This caddy right here that I keep all my markers and scissors and everything in, I can link it down below if you'd like me to. I just got it off Amazon. It stayed organized for about 3 days. And then after that, it just kind of went down the drain. But I just kind of tidy up the table a little bit, put up the headphones. Those are Bluetooth headphones. And sometimes I have to charge them, but today I didn't. They had just recently both been charged, so I just hung them up back by the printer where they go. Still picking up pencils from the little side table over there and putting those back where they belong. Now I have to start sifting through the papers, and it can get a little confusing because every now and again, sometimes the boys' handwriting will look a little bit similar, or maybe their work will look a little bit similar. So I really have to stop and look at what I'm doing, and sometimes their English language arts papers from their books can get intertwined. And I have to look at the numbers on the page and make sure that they're in the right order so that I know, I have a stack of Keelan's and a stack of Heath's. So right now I'm getting Keelan's stuff together and getting it all ready to hole punch. He did some extra work for me today, so I had to get all that in order and get it put together. Then I hole punch it, and you'll see in a minute I put everything in a big 3-ring binder. Usually on Me Academy, like I said, it keeps records for me. The Me Academy only keeps records for what is done on Me Academy. It does not keep records of all this extra supplemental work that we do, like gather round and other little worksheets I might have for them. The reading log that you're about to see me writing in, I wrote down what he read for the day and how long he read it. I also keep in this book, their little history workbooks and their ELA pages, their spelling tests, different things like that. And as far as reading goes, on the reading log, I don't make them read a certain amount of time every day. I just make them read either, like Heath is reading chapter books, so he reads a chapter a day, and Keelan, since he's not reading chapter books yet, he has to read so many pages in a book every day. He does read leveled readers, so he's on like a level 3 reader. So it kind of has, a good bit of pages in it. So I'll say read pages 1 through 17 today, and then the next day he can read, 18 through so-and-so whatever until he finishes the book. But here I'm just putting Keelan's morning work in the morning work tab, and then I'm flipping over to ELA and putting ELA in there. And like I said, these can get kind of confusing because sometimes the work that they do, like the back of a page, will be the start of a new lesson. So I have to kind of set that to the side and make sure that I keep up with it because they're going to need it the next day. So that's everything for Keelan. So now I'm going to get out Heath's work, get his big 3-ring binder out. And I'm very lucky. I can be a little bit lazy. My classroom is very small. I can just kind of roll around in my chair to get everything that I need. I'll do a tiny classroom tour for you guys one day really soon. I might even film that after I finish getting the classroom cleaned up. But Heath did some extra work for me today. I had to staple that together, and I like to write the date on it. They don't always have to put their name on everything that they do, but I like it to at least have the date on it, so that way I can see, if it's something that they're progressing on, like multiplication facts, how many they've gotten right, and if they're progressing and getting better as they go on. And here I'm just, going through the ELA pages again and making sure that they're in the right order so they can be hole punched on the right side. And actually, you'll see me in a few minutes. I made a mistake and hole punched them on the wrong side. So I have to go back and flip it over and hole punch the other side. Just little mistakes I make throughout the afternoon. And I'm getting ready to write in Heath's reading log. And these reading logs that I get them off Me Academy. It has, a little tab for the date and the title of the book, how long they read it. And it also has a grade for it, which I really don't know why, because I really have no way to test them on their book. I guess I could maybe hop online and see if I could find some tests or quizzes for these books, or even make up my own quizzes for these books. But that just seems like extra work to me, so I wasn't really interested in that. But it does have a tab for grades on there. Now I'm putting Heath's ELA work in there, and I had to set one of his pages aside because, again, the back of one of his worksheets that he did today was the start of a new lesson for tomorrow. So, right there I had to flip the page over and hole punch the other side of the paper. It can just get confusing sometimes, because sometimes they'll have artwork on the page and it won't have the page number. And so it can get a little wonky on me sometimes, and I have to kind of get it straightened out. And their artwork got stuck to the back of the notebook that I still have yet to hang up today. So I got to get that hung up later on. But anyway, so now I'm going to get their ELA papers set out for the next day. I always do it the night before. Usually I have to check my agenda and see what lesson Heath is doing, and see if he's doing the full lesson or just the individual work, because sometimes there's parts of the lesson that I'll let him skip. If it's something that he's already covered in Me Academy, I won't make him cover it again in The Good and the Beautiful, unless the subject is presented in a different way, and I think it might be a little easier for him to understand or a little easier for him to remember. Then I'll make him do it with The Good and the Beautiful too, but I won't make him do that. But also I don't, you'll see me crossing out what I don't want him to do. And I also don't make him do the geography in The Good and the Beautiful, because he covers geography in Me Academy. So, and I don't feel like that needs a supplement. So I just put it on his little clipboard, and then I'll put the clipboard back on the side table where he can get to it tomorrow easily. And then I move on to Keelan's ELA. And Keelan's ELA book is a little different from Heath's. The way it's bound, it's not bound like Heath's is. It's spiral bound. So what I do with that is I will rip out whatever page he needs, and then I will just cut off the edge of it so that it is a straight edge paper. And that way it's easier to hole punch and keep in his big 3-ring binder. So you'll see me cutting the edge off the paper. That's what I'm doing here, is just making it so that it's a straight edge. So then I will put the paper on the clipboard for Keelan, so then he can get to his tomorrow as well. And I always keep him in the same spot on the little sideboard table. And I keep a lot of stuff in this big white cabinet that you see next to me. I'll show you guys that one day. It is very disorganized, but I can show that to you if you're interested in seeing it. I just got a lot of stuff in there, and I just haven't organized it yet. So I am getting, just trying to get the table cleared off, trying to get everything fixed up, put back where it needs to be. My daughter came in here earlier today, and she put some books in the floor, and there is no organization to the bookshelves underneath the window seat, because those are mainly there for her purposes. And here I'm just making sure that the laptop that Keelan uses is charged. I know mine is charged, but I wasn't sure if Keelan's was. So that's another thing I do at the end of the day, is I make sure that the laptops are charged if they need to be charged. And Keelan's today was not. The battery was almost dead on it. So I had to get up and get the charger and get it all untangled and get it plugged in, and make sure that was set to go for tomorrow. So that's another thing that I do. It's just making sure that all the electronics are where they need to be and everything is ready for the next day. We did have a pretty good day today. We kind of off topic, but we did have a pretty good day today. We got everything accomplished, even though we had to go we had to go somewhere. We had to take Isaac to baseball practice today, and usually having something smack in the middle of the day like that will throw us off, and it'll be really hard to rein the kids back in. But we got it all done today. So right now you will see me hopping on my laptop. I'm getting ready to get on Me Academy, and here's Me Academy. So this is what the login site looks like. It always saves my stuff. So I talked to Heath about this ahead of time, and he said that it was okay for me to show this. I didn't show Keelan's because, I didn't think Keelan would understand. But Heath, I made sure that he understood that you guys would see his grades for all of his subjects. So I just click on the last 7 days so that I can see the last 7 days worth of work that he's done. I like to scroll through at the end of the day and see. I like to look at the dates and see if he, completed a certain amount of levels of work in whatever subjects. Like in the language skills, he completed some levels today, and that you can see the date and it says completed. He did some work in math today, and we had a really good day with math. That worked out really well. He finally caught on to a concept that we've been struggling with, so that was very, very rewarding. He did science today. He doesn't do science every day, but he did today, so he had some levels he completed in that. Did not do yet U.S. geography today, and then the next tab is ancient history, which should not be on there. I'll take that off later, but anyway, so that is what that looks like. And then now I'll be clicking on the attendance records. I like to see about how long they spent on there and exactly, how many minutes they were on there. And it looks like today he was on there for 57 minutes. So anyway, that is what I do at the end of the day. I check Me Academy and make sure everything's done. And that is pretty much it for cleaning up my classroom. Thanks for joining me. Bye.